The fourth commandment in the Bible, as part of the Ten Commandments, is found in Exodus chapter 20 verses 8 through 11, paralleled in Deuteronomy chapter 5 verses 12 through 15. In most Protestant, Reformed, Orthodox, Evangelical, and Jewish traditions, it reads, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, you, or your son, or your daughter, your male servant, or your female servant, or your livestock, or the sojourner who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy." Note, in Catholic and Lutheran traditions, this is often numbered as the third commandment, as they combine the no other gods and no idols prohibitions into one first commandment. Shifting the numbering. The text itself is unchanged across Bibles, and the core content remains the same. What does it teach us? This commandment is the longest of the 10 and uniquely begins with remember, or observe in Deuteronomy, signaling its importance as something foundational and not new, rooted in creation itself. It commands setting aside 1 day in 7 as holy, dedicated to God, with cessation from ordinary work. Key lessons include, God is the creator and we honor him as such. The primary reason given is creation. God worked 6 days to make everything. Then rested, ceased, on the seventh, Genesis chapter 2 verses 2 and 3. By keeping the Sabbath, people imitate God, acknowledge his lordship over time and creation, and declare dependence on him rather than self-sufficiency through endless labor. It's a weekly testimony to the truth that the world is God's handiwork, not a product of chance or human effort. Rest is a divine gift and command. The Sabbath mandates ceasing from work, not just for the individual, but for the entire household, servants, animals, and even resident foreigners. This promotes physical, mental, and spiritual refreshment, protects against exploitation, and ensures rest for all classes of society, a radical idea in ancient slave-holding cultures. Deuteronomy's version adds a redemption motive, remembering deliverance from Egyptian slavery, so rest reflects freedom and gratitude. 1 day in 7 belongs to God, the seventh day, Saturday in the Jewish calendar, from sunset Friday to sunset Saturday, is holy, set apart, consecrated, blessed by God himself. It's not merely a day off, but a day for worship, delight in God, family, community, and reflection on his works. Work is good, 6 days are for labor, but rhythmically pausing reminds us that life isn't defined by productivity. Ultimate meaning comes from relationship with the Creator. It points to deeper rest in the Old Testament, strict observance, with severe penalties for violation, Exodus chapter 31 verse 14. Numbers chapter 15 verses 32 through 36 underscored its seriousness. In the New Testament, Jesus fulfills the law. He is Lord of the Sabbath, Mark chapter 2 verse 28, heals on it to show mercy over rigid legalism, and offers true rest for souls, Matthew chapter 11 verses 28 and 29. Hebrews 4 describes a greater, Sabbath rest entered through faith in Christ, ceasing from works-based righteousness. Many Christians apply the principle today by setting aside Sunday, the Lord's Day, linked to Jesus' resurrection for worship and rest, though views vary on exact day and strictness. Modern applications, beyond literal no-work rules, it challenges busyness, consumerism, and workaholism. It invites prioritizing God, family, church, mercy, and renewal over constant activity. Neglecting rest dishonors God's design for human flourishing and can lead to burnout or idolatry of achievement. In summary, the fourth commandment teaches that time is God's gift, 1/7 of which is sacred for ceasing ordinary labor to worship, rest, and remember him as Creator and Redeemer. It calls us to a rhythm of work and worship that reflects trust in God's provision, combats self-reliance, and points to ultimate rest found in him. Obeying it cultivates gratitude, protects human dignity, and keeps our lives oriented toward the one who made and sustains all things.